We are nearly ready.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar.
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Baca is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Robert Covington. Nurkic is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Jones. And it's Lillard in at the 1. Now here is Ibaka. And George kicks to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Great rhythm on the catch and shoot. Kawhi showing us what's good. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Now here's Nurkic. Lillard left side. Count that bucket.
Refuses to let contact deter him from scoring. I'm a fan of Lillard's willingness to challenge defenders. And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Covington with the steal. Nice break. Here come the Trailblazers. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Now Beverley. Back to George. This one for 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Jones against Zubac. Kanter. Rebound by the Clippers.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Lillard against Beverley. Up top, Leonard. 6 to shoot.
And maybe it's the adrenaline talking, but they're 1 for 4 to start this game. Need to settle down.
Nobody near Lillard. Off target with his 3. It's tipped. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. George with the ball. Jones covering. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard dishes to Covington. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard looking around. And the pass to Nurkic. Puts it up from 15. Basket counts. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on it.
I mean, there's no question about it. When DeMarcus attacks the offensive boards, he gives the team a different attitude.
Now here's Hollis Jefferson. Feeds it to Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Here's Cousins. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Brute strength of Cousins. Defenders draped all over him, and he simply brushes them off.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Portland shooting their first free throw of the night. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 7. Kennard finds Morris. And here's Jackson. He's guarded by McCollum. Jackson against McCollum. Jackson misses. Back to Kennard. Second chance shot. The rebound by Giles.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Kicks it out to McCollum. 12 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the rejection by Cousins.
He is so reliable. DeMarcus making a play and making it look easy.
For Portland, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throw.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Trailblazers lead. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the...
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
They've got Giles. Little out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 2 guard. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Jones the pass to Lillard. The 3. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got the lead up to 13 now for Portland. Jones against George. Pass to Zubac. To the middle. Covington with the steal. The open shot, Lillard. That shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use. That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Jones against George. Jones, the pass to Cantor. Back to Jones. 5 on the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Lillard attacking. Again, the miss by Lillard. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Now, here is George. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Leonard kicks to Ibaka. Jones against George. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Covington passes to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Outside, George. Passes it to Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 5. The three-pointer, no good.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now, here's Batum. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. to the left wing. Hollis Jefferson passes to Giles. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The pass to Kennard. Batum with the ball. On the wing, Jackson. Batum against Anthony. That savvy little up fake there. Fooling the D. Batum's got his first 2 points of the night.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
McCollum finds Hollis Jefferson. McCollum feeling it out a bit, and he banks in the layup. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
I mean, call him a combo guard to whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost, and when he puts it on the deck, young fella is going to the hoop.
Hollis Jefferson, good. Hollis Jefferson's got 5.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now here's Cousins. He has 6. Portland grabs the miss. Giles has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Outside Jackson. The dish to Cousins. Over Giles. And that one released in time, but no good. A dominating first. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They are way out in front, leading by 17. Kenny, what's your view?
Well, they just outran their offense.
And
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5, home in the paint. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And stolen by Lillard.
That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession.
And love to see Lillard get the fast break going. He's a quick thinker with great hands.
Jones against George. And Jones sends it back. And that one drops for him. Leonard's got his second basket. Portland leading by 17. Pass to Jones. Cantor against Zubac. Here's Jones. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. And now we've got the intentional foul. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Lillard with it. He has 7.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end. Yet they continue to lead.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside, Cantor. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 17. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Nails the baby hook. Leonard's got his third bucket of the night.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. He kicks it to Morris. There's the triple. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. McCollum against Jackson. McCollum passes to Giles. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clippers trail by 15. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. To the paint. They need this one. And that one is hammered home.
Extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force. Morris into the lane. Cousins dishes to Jackson. Cousins inside. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Here's Little. That one's not going to go. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And Cousins kicks to Batum. Pass to Kennard. 58 seconds left to play here in the third. Can't cash in from close range. Kicks it out to McCollum. Outside Anthony. 5 on the clock. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Anthony's got his second basket of the night.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm. Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the rejection by Cousins.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Kennard, the pass to Batum. And the 3 off target. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Giles is out there with Anthony. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Little in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Outside for George. Off target with his 3. Portland leading by 17. Passes to Jones. Kennard against Lillard. It's Covington on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Nurkic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Kennard up top, defended by Jones. Zubac kicks to Kennard. Here's George. Kennard on the wing. Zubac finds Leonard. Back to Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. They get it back. The pass to Kennard. Three-pointer. The Clippers get another chance here. They shoot again. And there's Paul George on the assist from Ibaka. George has got his first basket of the night. Portland leading by 17. Outside, Covington. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Pass to Canner. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3, and that's good. Damian Lillard for 3.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Lillard, the pass to Jones. From deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. And Ibaka kicks to Zubac. From deep, George. Outside Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Ibaka, the pass to Leonard. Shoots over Covington. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Talent, luck, a little bit of both. Kawhi right there with the sick bailout.
Lillard bounce pass. Nurkic kicks to Jones. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. Second chance effort. Launches a 3. And that's good. Luke Kennard for 3. Kennard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Covington against Leonard. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clippers trail by 13, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac, and it's Jackson in for Luke Kennard. Jones against George. That's to Jackson. George looking around. And here's Covington. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Trailblazers.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other two.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage, plus the pressure defense, that forced the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Damian Lillard.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Here's Jackson. Passes it to George. Lets it go from deep. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
Thank you, David. Great. We bring you tonight into Portland. And
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Marjanovic in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Trailblazers, Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Lillard in at the point. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position. Not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Now, that's the staple of Kanter's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
And here is Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
And he comes up with the deuce.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
Now, here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Lillard finds Nurkic. From deep three-point range, Lillard again missing. Lillard's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
Lillard with it. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. Now Doncic. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. That one, no good. Excellent D that time from Jones. Lillard, and
Did you see that?
Oh, it's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. Over Jones. And Doncic hits it to go. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Nurkic finds Lillard. The rebound by Marjanovic. The Mavericks leading. Here's Doncic. Softly drops in the floater. Doncic has got 6 points. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Brunson, banked in off the glass. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the first. Here's McCollum. Six on the shot clock. Fires from deep. The offensive rebound. Giles kicks to McCollum. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein. .103 left in the first quarter. McCollum, no good. Dallas leading by 4. Here's Finney-Smith. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And even 3-on-3 break. Anthony with the bucket.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here's Brunson. Inside. Looking for Cauley Stein. He gets it there. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Stay locked in. That's what helps Cauley Stein finish off these challenging buckets over the defense.
McCollum outside. Shoots it. Hollis Jefferson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Brunson. Off target from outside. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the lay.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Mavericks lead by 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he stays so
humble beginnings. You know, I'm from
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, I like the attitude they've shown coming in here. I mean, really applying pressure and trying to give this crowd nothing to cheer about.
Giles is out there with Anthony. Then it's Little. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 2. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Here's Brunson. Following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Brunson the pass to Reddick. And Cauley Stein has it in the corner. Clock at 6. Passes it to Brunson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Kept alive. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Anthony.
That's how you turn defense to offense. Cauley Stein is such an active presence on the court.
Cauley Stein hits them both. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Now here's McCollum. Hardaway with the steal. 3-on-3. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Richardson. Doncic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And there's the pass to Little. Back to McCollum from deep. No good that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Count that one.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
The Trailblazers shooting 41% for the game.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Here's Marjanovic following the basket by C.J. McCollum. To the paint. It's stolen by Anthony. And now Portland on the break. McCollum with the ball. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. A good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Mavericks leading by 4. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 10. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Lillard against Doncic. Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
When you pair Cantor's strong frame with his scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves it.
Pass to Porzingis. Now Marjanovic. Pass to Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. And here is Hardaway. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Here's Cantor. No good that time. Nice D from Porzingis. Here's Hardaway. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
And that's an intentional foul. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Lillard outside. Here's the 3. It's good from long range. McCollum's got 7.
The outside shot of Lillard is pure. I mean, he always seems to have the look that's going in.
Brunson against Lillard. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
With the run he's on in the second quarter, I mean, this field goal percentage is tremendous right now.
Jones looking for an opening. And Jones slams it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
It's stolen by Jones. And a close game so far. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 12 points and 1 assist. And that's a wrap with the
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Willie Cauley-Stein. Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
You see the length helping Cauley-Stein right there? I mean, that's what allows him to be a factor on the board.
Lillard outside. Powell with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Stolen by Kansas. Fast break, here come the Trailblazers. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and slammed in by Jones.
A terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Redick surveying the D. From deep three-point range. No good. Shot missing.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Jones finds Lillard. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
And here's Little after J.J. Redick hitting the 3. McCollum outside, takes a 3, bangs home the trifecta. McCollum's got 7.
You got to be aware of McCollum. I mean, he's a competitor, and look, he looks for revenge in these situations.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Yeah, what was that? Did he forget about? Very strange.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Brunson after the Trailblazers pick up 2. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. It's Redick on the wing. And Cauley-Stein has it in the corner. Back to Redick. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. The Blazers getting the bucket. And again, Dallas turns it over. A different look for Dallas. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 13-3 run. McCollum against Doncic. 1:33 left to play in the third. Anthony in the corner. 5 to shoot. Marjanovic against McCollum. Doesn't go that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. To the middle. It's deflected. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. And Anthony sends it back. Second shot opportunity. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. Dallas shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. A free throw off from Porzingis. Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Now Hardaway after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. Goes back up. And Marjanovic with the layup. Marjanovic has got 6. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Now here's McCollum, and it's blocked.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Mavericks lead by 1. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Little. And it's Giles in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And putting his long arms there to good use. Porzingis has a large catch radius on those alley-oops.
Here's McCollum. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor's checked in for Harry Giles. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Little. And Jones subbed in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for McCollum. And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Now, here's Doncic. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Here's Lillard. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. The quick look, no good that time. Portland trailing here. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
Doncic feeling it out. Richardson right side. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
That's an unforced error. That will drive a coach crazy. Got to play heads up out there.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Now, here's Lillard. Outside, Jones. Doncic with the steal. Looking for Cauley Stein. He gets it there. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Doncic against Jones. Doncic outside. Fires, high post. And Cantor pulls it down. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter start. Jones, the pass to Cantor. Kicks it to Lillard. Down low, Nurkic throws it down as the official. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Jones against Doncic. And the layup's good off the glass.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Now here's Lillard. There's 1:47 left in the game. Here's Cantor. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Crafty pump fake by Cantor right there. Outwitted the defender and won himself a trip to the line.
Gets the first. That makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And how big was that? He is just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
Here's Doncic. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make any plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
It's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Doncic dishes to Cauley Stein. 2 points. That one goes.
And Cauley Stein's teammates want him to take these shots. I mean, because they believe in his shooting ability.
Lillard looking around. Nurkic kicks to Jones. Nurkic the pass to Lillard.
Just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
And it's Doncic missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Well, known for his unique personality, Cantor also remains a solid role player, someone his teammates enjoy playing with.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time for your stars to shine.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And what I love about Lillard now, I mean, the excellence. He's so consistent. That's how you do it. You come out, you bust your butt, and you compete at a high level every night.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Got it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Comes through big. Now they can put everything they have into guard against the team.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Buries the triple. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and it's his personnel. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Lillard, money!
Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. Guys, what do you think?
And the only chance here is a lob at the front of the rim. A tip in to tie the game. There's not enough time to get a catch and shoot.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points. The hard work.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball. All right, David, great job.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Trailblazers focused as they walk into the locker room.
Kevin, thanks very much. Nikola Jokic loves to pass.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Cole is out there with Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the point. And for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Cantor in at the center, filling out the middle.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots, nails the wide open jump shot. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
Now here's Porter following the missed shot by Nurkic. It's stolen by Jones. And now Covington running the floor all by himself. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. And Jokic throws it down.
Nice to see Jokic running the floor like this because he makes himself a big target in transition.
We played just over a minute here in the first. Lillard surveying the D. Porter with the steal, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Murray outside. Jones with it. Now guarded by Barton. On the basket by Jones. Here's Murray. Passes it to Bull. Lays it up and banks it in.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And it's Lillard missing.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Here's Bull. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Anthony. Hollis Jefferson in the post. He's covered by Murray.
And he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Martin passes to Jokic. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Anthony leading the charge. And the basket by McCollum.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Murray against McCollum. Inside. Here's Jokic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
It's good. McCollum's got his second basket of the game.
I mean, call him a combo guard, 2, whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost, and when he puts it on the deck, young fella is going to the hoop.
It's stolen by Anthony. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. McCollum's got 6 points.
And it almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Rivers finds Morris. Here's Gordon. The Nuggets with another miss. Portland's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Morris throws it down.
You know, a big reason Millsap's a star is because of his defense. Great anticipation to come up with the steal and push it on the break.
Morris against McCollum. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Now McCollum. 2 on the clock. And he sinks the layup. 8 points for him.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scored. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but
When I'm training in summer,
the team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. JaVale McGee is out there with Gordon. Then there's Monte Morris. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Rivers in at the 2 guard.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 8. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. And the second chance effort by Gordon.
Well, you know what I like to say, persistence pays. And with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
Here's McCollum. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Morris finds Rivers. McGee inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Trailblazers leading by 3. McCollum outside. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Morris. Here's Rivers. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And it's Whittle finishing it off.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here's Gordon. Morris kicks to Rivers. Clock at 6. He feeds it to McGee. Little with the ball. Millsap's there. Pass to Anthony. Gordon with the defensive effort.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Offensive rebound. Jokic trying to free himself up. Bol, that's good.
The towering presence that is Bol. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Now here's Lillard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Murray, trailing by 5. Over Lillard. Murray the pass to Bol. That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. Here's Jones. Porter pulls it in. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Here's Bol. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 5. Lobs it up for Cantor.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Barton dishes the Bol. Barton outside. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 8 points.
Persistence pays, and Jokic not giving up on the play, doing a nice job pursuing the basketball there.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard attacking. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lillard's got the lead up to 7 now for Portland.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Murray, the pass to Bull, and he gets it to go. Bull's got 4 points this quarter.
Wheeling and dealing in the pick and roll. Murray, an encouraging sign of him improving as a passer.
Lillard against Murray. Now, here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. Nurkic finds Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Over Murray. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their biggest deficit was 6 points in the open. And that does it for our half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
We've got Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Jones is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Covington in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
What strength from Lillard. Just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
Murray kicks to Barton. Nurkic with the block. Blocked again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength.
Now here's Lillard. 8 points for him. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this, Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch. You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
Murray against Lillard. And it's sent back by Jokic. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Gordon. Yep, it counts. Gordon's got 6.
Gordon is one of those guys who loves physical contact. He's really skilled at finishing over difficult defense.
There's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Pass to Morris. Pulls up. McGee trying to break free. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Morris dishes to Gordon. Rivers against Anthony. Rivers passes to Morris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And Morris drops them both. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. McCollum against Morris. Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 12.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Morris kicks to Rivers. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Portland leading. McCollum deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Here's Giles. And he goes in. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Cullen passes to Giles. Hollis Jefferson with it. The shot, no good. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Nuggets lead by 1. And now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Morris is out there with Austin Rivers. And there's Gordon. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's McGee in at the center position. Morris outside. And it's denied. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Rivers scanning the floor. Now the feed to McGee. And he drops it in from the low post. And that's now 6 points for JaVale McGee. Now here's Lillard. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity. And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
And Morris drops them both. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Lillard outside. And he elevates for the slam dunk. JaVale McGee did not like that.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Rivers dishes to Gordon. That one goes in. Gordon's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Cantor kicks to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Nurkic, and another shot. Free throw good. Nurkic.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Rivers against Jones. Out to Morris. Three-pointer. And Cantor pulls it down. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
Murray against Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
Here's Murray up on top to the inside. Jokic kicks to Murray. Shoots over Lillard. And Porter, here we go. Here's Bull. Knocked away. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Portland. 4-point game. And the dunk by Covington.
Boy, I love to see Covington blast off the floor. He's so good at reading angles and making himself a target in transition.
The kick out to Barton. Out to the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one.
That's why he's out there, guys. When he's in an important possession, he knows how to come through.
Back to Lillard. Fires the 3. That shot off, and it's Denver the other way. And he commits the intentional foul. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Jokic on the foul. Now just a 2-point Trailblazer lead.
Easy to understand why they turn to Jokic in these situations. He has a knack for cashing in on big possession.
And Jones has it in the corner. Back to Lillard. The putback. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Denver's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Porter passes to Jokic. Yes!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Lillard, the tackling. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on both.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. He's skilled at drawing contact.
So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
And he doesn't let the pressure get to him. Cool and confident from the line.
Here's Bull. It's Barton on the wing. Bull with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Oh, that's blocked. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. Jokic inside. He's against Cantor.
How about the big-time clutch basket from Jokic? No backup in him, despite the major pressure.
Lillard against Murray. Here's Lillard. Money!
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Denver calls timeout. They're behind by 2. 3 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's giving him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made him pay.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. What a show they put on. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg... The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting the scene for us here tonight. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Jones in at the 2 spot. And for the Clippers, we've got Ibaka. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center. Now here's Leonard. Passes to Zubats. Back to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Covington with the steal. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And it's slammed in by Jones.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Now here is George. Kicks it to Leonard. Back to George. All alone. Here's Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you. Now, that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Trailblazers. Here's Lillard, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
I don't think he even feels that kind of contact. His focus is just too good inside. Nothing a defense can do.
Pass to Zubats. Jones against George. And Jones sends it back. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lillard with the ball.
Well, for a guy who used to be more proficient in the half-court game, Lillard showing that nowadays he's just as dominant in transition. Now
the pass to Leonard. here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Zubac, the pass to Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Los Angeles with another miss.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Now here is George, and there's a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Jackson with it. Pass to Cousins. The shot that time, not on target. Now Portland takes it the other way. And it's McCollum off the drive. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And he gets the bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Giles. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Portland moving the ball around. Giles, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Over Kennard. Batum with the steal. Morris with the ball. He's picked up by Little. Outside for Jackson. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. Cousins. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That's a high percentage shot there, especially for Cousins. Just a nice touch inside.
McCollum against Jackson. Releases. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's Kennard. Outside, Batum. Jackson passes to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Cousins, with his height, is able to get up there and jam that one down. Just get the ball deep to him on the inside, and pretty much he'll take care of the rest.
McCollum against Jackson. It's McCollum with the drive. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Jackson passes to Cousins. Outside Jackson. Feeds it to Batum. Taken away by Anthony. McCollum against Jackson. McCollum outside. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Portland out in front, leading by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown.
Old school basketball, you know, and it's fun.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
So he gets them both. Clippers trail by 6. And here's Jackson. From outside the arc. The rebound by Giles. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Little. Anthony's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
And Nasir Little, a player who fell on draft day, ended up with Portland. You know, he didn't do much as a rookie, but the potential is there.
For Nasir Little, it's going to come down to the defensive end of the floor. If he can get minutes out there and show that he's willing to get down in the stance, become a stopper, some of that offense is going to come along as a byproduct of playing with better offensive players.
McCollum kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Giles. He's guarded by Cousins. Gets it to go. That one good from Giles.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Outside, George. Trailblazers leading by 8. Here's Jones, and he uses the glass on the layup. Jones has got his second bucket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to George. Dishes it to Leonard. Outside for George. Clock at 6. For 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw drops for Covington. And both free throws good for Covington.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. The dive for the ball. And stolen by Lillard. And now here comes Jones leading the break and finished off by Nurkic.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. It's hauled in by Beverly. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 14-point game. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
56 seconds left in the first half. Beverly finds Ibaka. Back to Beverly. The pass to Ibaka. Count it.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. Stolen by Beverley. Lets it go with a three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And it's Lillard missing. Clippers trail by 12. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And they pick up 2.
Yeah, Paul George showing his offensive confidence right there, just letting that one go as soon as it touches his hands.
Lillard scanning the floor. And then Lillard slams it in.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the back.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And
there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Hey, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Ibaka in at the power forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
All-out effort all the time. Covington was undrafted, and he's worked his way into NBA minutes.
George dishes to Leonard. Over to the left wing. Ibaka, the pass to Beverley. Shot clock at 6. And George kicks to Beverley. The turnaround J. That doesn't go either for George. Trailblazers leading by 14. Covington passes to Jones. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Beverley, the pass to Leonard. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Portland leading by 16. Covington passes to Canner. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Now not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Giles checked in for Enes Kanter. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. Little, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Damian Lillard.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
Here's McCollum. Lays it up off the glass. McCollum's got 8.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
On the wing, Jackson jacks up a 3. No good that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Lobs it up for Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Melo has to be in position for plays like that. That time, perfect position.
Jackson passes to Morris. 1:46 left to play in the third. Outside, Batum. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. And it's blocked. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Kennard against McCollum. To the middle. Here's Giles. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession. And then CJ getting slick.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
All right, a little creativity there from Cousins. Phenomenal at rising up there and catching that oop.
McCollum against Kennard. Here's Anthony. Batum grabs the miss. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. Here's Kennard. C.J. McCollum comes up with a rebound. Shot's good by Kennard.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Portland leading by 18. McCollum kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor. And all the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Kennard against McCollum. Low block shot on the way, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. McCollum's got 10 points.
Well, he's just so good as C.J. McCollum at when to put the ball down on the floor and penetrate to the inside.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with an 18-point. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Clippers trail by 18. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. They've got Derek Jones. Nurkic is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Covington in at the small forward position.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
Lillard, the pass to Jones. Now the dish to Nurkic. Back to Jones. Portland moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Lillard against Beverly. The Clippers shooting 43% for the game. Here's George. Zubac kicks to Beverly. Outside Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. Makes it off the glass.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
I'll be rocking this free t-shirt. Make some noise.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Batum's checked in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul
Leonard against Covington. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Such a difficult guy to keep up with and also have a conversation with. Leonard, sometimes all you can do is foul him.
2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Crafty move. Gets a hand on it, and Cantor able to finish. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Cantor also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
To the paint, here's Leonard. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. Lillard with no one around.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Clippers trail by 14. Outside, George from downtown connects from three-point range.
Well, Paul George starting to feel real comfortable right now at the three-point line.
And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Lillard against Beverly. Pass to Jones. Back to Lillard. 5 on the clock. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Tries again. And Cantor with the lay-in. Good.
Good combination of power and finesse by Cantor. Helps him finish strong through contact.
And George kicks to Beverly. Back to George. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. 22 is their biggest lead. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And that one falls for Jones. And so Jones nails both of them. Clippers trail by 15. Now George. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
At 7 feet tall, Nurkic, not easy to get around. That time throws that one away.
Beverly against Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. And that one's good. Leonard.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Beverly against Lillard. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
That's good from George.
You wonder if Paul George finally has a situation here where he could show why he's an elite player, why he's an all-star, but to pay off how hungry he is to prove it with a late postseason run.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. There's the pass to Beverly. Back to George. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits.
That's just a good-looking shot from Paul George. Gets it right into his shooting pocket and finishes it off with confidence.
Beverly against Lillard. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
And a deep three from George. And it's Portland with the rebound. Lillard fires away from way outside. Can't connect. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on DA.
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Nurkic is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Lillard in a point guard. And for Dallas, Marjanovic is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Richardson in at the shooting guard.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Kanter, the pass to Nurkic. Shoots over Marjanovic. Here's Lillard. That one drops for him. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the foot.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Now here's Porzingis. Robert Covington unable to get his last shot to go. Porzingis good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
Well, I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
Now here's Lillard. Lays it up off the glass.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Jones against Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other. You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Again, the miss by Lillard. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And here's Doncic from the arc. Hands it from downtown. Doncic has got 5.
Well, the Slovenian delivers from deep. Luka Doncic lets his outside shooting set up the rest of his well-rounded offensive game.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Portland no good that time either. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Porzingis with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Doncic no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Inside, tries to keep it alive. Left side, Porzingis fires for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Lillard from deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some. He has 7.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Well, you got to keep up. That time, Anthony leaving the defense in the rear view.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Brunson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
McCollum kicks to Anthony. Back to McCollum. Here's Giles, and the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trailblazers, trailing by 2.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Offensive rebound. Giles the pass to Hollis Jefferson. A wide open look here for Anthony. Off target from 3-point range. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Little. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Giles. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
12 seconds left in the first. And here's McCollum. Launches it. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him. Before the game, we talked about...
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
We've got Jalen Brunson. Dwight Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Redick with it. Alice Jefferson's there. Cauley-Stein finds Brunson. Banked in off the glass. Brunson's got the lead up to 6 now for the man.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's McCollum. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Outside, Redick from the arc. Powell dishes to Cauley-Stein. And yes, it's good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
That shot wide open. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Outside, Redick. He can't get it to go. And the Trailblazers going the other way. There's Alice Jefferson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Doris, with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, it's more than just stats. The guy is just so active when he's on the floor.
That's right, Greg. It's the hustle and the movement he plays with that are really the strengths. Only 6'6", but it feels like he can play above that size. Great energy guy to bring off the bench. And if you need him because of injuries or fill-in spots, he can start and be productive.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Out to the right wing. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. McCollum, no good.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
Here's Alice Jefferson. Puts up a 3. Pass to Giles. McCollum outside. The offensive rebound. Giles, that's good.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And Lillard gets it to go.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
Brunson kicks to Powell. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. Now Redick. Three-pointer. And his third shot of the night, no good, 0 for 3.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Brunson the pass to Redick. 1:06 left here in the second. Brunson against Lillard to the inside. Clock is at 3. Here's Powell. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's about great concentration. Dwight Powell, under duress of the defense, finishes nonetheless.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Tries a 3 off the inbound. The Mavericks pull it in. Hardaway from outside. Stolen by Cantor. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, and Jones slams it home.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
23 seconds left in the first half of the game. Cantor against Porzingis. The three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
That is the strength of Enes Kanter on display. This guy is so good at staying with his shot, even when there's bodies around him.
Now Doncic with 1 on the clock, and the dunk by Doncic.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Trailblazers lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing.
Thanks, Kevin. Rick, what's your analysis of how your defense has done so far?
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every, and no doubt that C.J. McCollum's a great player all the time. But Shaq, he has that DNA. And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Jones in a 2-guard. Richardson finds Marjanovic. Great D that time from Nurkic. And he lobs it up toward the rim. The shot's good from Kanter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Doncic. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this team.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Shot from 12. That's short off the rim.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Here's Nurkic. The second effort. Jones kicks to Kanter. Nobody near Lillard. And a miss there on the triple. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Mavericks trail by 6. Outside Hardaway. From deep.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Doncic. And he converts the layup. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Lillard, the pass to Jones. Here's Kanter. Back to Jones. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
When you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
He's perfect from the line this time. Mavericks trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Doncic against McCollum. And that one's good. Doncic has got 13.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Well, to me, this is what Hollis Jefferson does very well. This guy, a phenomenal dunker with the ups he has.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Wide open shot is on the money. 15 points in the game. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And it's McCollum off the drive. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
And the pass to Reddick. Launches a 3. They get it back. Cauley Stein passes to Powell. Shoots over Hollis Jefferson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Boy, Dwight Powell is such a hard-playing, athletic big man. He could fit himself into any scheme right now.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent. Well, the big man muscles there. Hollis Jefferson experienced at having to fight his way through the defense.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Brunson. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Giles has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Wow, solid decision-making from Rondé Hollis Jefferson. How about his ability to knife into the teeth of the defense? Tremendous speed.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum. The Mavericks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Good on both. And the shot is good. And so it's Portland. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Mavericks trailed by 11. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Willie Cauley-Stein. Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Redick with the bucket. Redick's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Mavs. McCollum with the ball. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he makes good on the layup. McCollum's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, I think what I like about Hollis Jefferson is he can contribute just a little bit of everything. This guy's got a tremendous motor.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Cantor checked in for Giles. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Little. And Damian Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. The 3 for Doncic. And Cantor pulls it down.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see. And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Near the 3-point line, it's Doncic. They grabbed their own miss.
The hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
Trailblazers leading by 13. Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. Lillard outside. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Out to Doncic. The tray. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
Boy, the quick trigger of Luka Doncic makes him especially dangerous in catch and shoot. Good luck, defender.
Lillard surveying the D. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Such a wide open look. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
And that's Dame showing that competitive side. Loves a good duel, especially from range.
Doncic with it. Hollis Jefferson's there. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Cantor finds Lillard. 1:52 left in the 4th quarter. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Richardson. He feeds it to Hardaway. Knocked loose. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Cantor. Here's Hardaway. Here's Porzingis. The shot from the low post is good.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Lillard fires away from way outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
Oh, beautiful looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep, wow.
And here's Doncic from the arc. That shot off. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Trailblazers.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Damian Lillard.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Hardaway finds Porzingis. Doncic with it. Now Covington defending.
Well, you want to talk about a picture-perfect jumper. Luka Doncic knows a thing or two about getting into the mid-range.
Well, this one is winding down now. Portland can watch the clock run out. Lillard from outside. Again, the miss by Lillard. Now, here's Richardson. Hit the tip. Great positioning on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, the Nuggets. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Damian Lillard out there with Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the power forward. And for Denver, we've got Will Barton. Cole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Murray. And it's Porter in at the 3. Now here's Murray. Outside Porter. Down low. Here's Jokic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Jones lays it up and banks it in.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. And a wide open look for Porter. Good on the three-point shot.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Lillard. Tips it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. He dishes it to Barton. Back to Jokic. Barton outside. 6 on the shot clock. He kicks the ball. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Porter, and Porter putting it right back in. Porter's got 5 now.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Now here's Lillard.
Love the determination by Murray on defense, really doing his best to pester these shooters.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Good on the second free throw.
And like his father, Manu, Bo's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Now here's Cantor. Back to Lillard, and stolen by Murray. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And the dunk by Bol.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And stolen by Barton. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And finished off by Porter.
Whew. He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Now, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Trailblazers trail by 4. McCollum outside. And that one drops.
Gotta respect the speed of McCollum. Fantastic at knifing through the defense and beating them to the bucket.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Outside for Millsap. Shot clock at 5. Gordon finds Millsap. Offline with his 3. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. McCollum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Gotta love the aggressiveness of McCollum. He doesn't back down from the defense. Embraces getting hit while shooting.
And so McCollum nails both of them. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And there's the pass to Rivers. Kicks to Gordon. Back to Rivers. Plenty of space. And there's another one for the Nuggets. Portland trailing here. McCollum deciding where to go with it. There's 47 seconds left here in the opening quarter. That one good for 2.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Morris outside. Here's McGee, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McCollum against Morris. Lock at 6. McCollum passes to Giles, and that one is good. Giles has got his second bucket of the game to go.
So unpredictable in the pick and roll. Love watching McCollum size up the defense and make the right decision.
Here's Morris, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
The mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense. And
now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Trailblazers, Hollis Jefferson is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Little. And it's Giles in at the center. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Giles has got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Here's Morris. C.J. McCollum comes up with a rebound. Stolen by Rivers. Trailblazers leading by 4. Hollis Jefferson kicks to Little. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Rivers against McCollum. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Morris finds McGee. And here's Millsap. Back to McGee. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, there are a few players in the league that can match McGee's athleticism. I mean, his whole career, he's been a class above with his speed and leaping. He'll make the most of it on both ends of the court.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Bowl, he's checked in for Gordon. Porter comes in for Paul Millsap. Will Barton, he's checked in for Rivers. And Murray's subbed in for Monte Morris. Kicks it out to Lillard. Fires the 3. The shot off that time. And it's Denver the other way.
And see, Webb, you mentioned it with JaVale McGee. His vertical is off the charts.
Oh, yeah, he can get to alley-oops, GA, that nobody else can. The length and bounce he has is jaw-dropping. I mean, same goes for his shot blocking ability. He times it up.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard for Murray. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Playing with such physicality on the offensive glass. I mean, Nurkic's awesome at slamming misses in.
And Barton is going to throw it down hard.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Outstanding quickness. It keeps the D on their heels. He excels at drawing the foul on these drives.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Denver making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. Barton, no luck. Trailblazers leading by 4. Covington into the lane. And it's Denver with the rebound. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Jokic finds Porter. Back to Jokic. And shot on the way. Buries the jump shot.
Nice touch on the jump shot. Jokic's shooting ability changes his team's definition of spacing.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Kanter. With his first shot attempt, that one no good. Nice D from Porter. Covington with the steal. Jones kicks to Lillard. And it is good at the buzzer. And so that brings the first half to a close. Trailblazers out in front.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that'll about do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Trailblazers leading by 6. Porter is out there at Bowl. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Murray in at the point guard position. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Lillard, and that one, good. Lillard's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Trailblazers. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Barton outside. Porter passes to Barton. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A towering presence that is Ball. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Lillard fires away from way outside. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Lillard looking around. The 19-foot shot. Again, the miss by Lillard.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And can't get too handsy with Murray, especially when he's rising up for the shot.
This is his first free throw of the game. Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Aaron Gordon comes in for Bull. Paul Millsap's checked in for Porter. And it's Rivers in for Will Barton. Three-pointer, Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Jokic, he's checked in for Denver. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Sinks the three-pointer. Gordon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. McCollum against Murray. McCollum passes to Hollis Jefferson. And it's sent back by Jokic. Now here's Millsap. Tight defense on him. Murray, no good.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that anymore.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Anthony drives in. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Back to Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. Rivers with it. He's picked up by Little. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Morris is checked in for Jamal Murray. Jokic finds Millsap. Back to Jokic. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Jokic has got 6. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned, and I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
And the Nuggets making a change here. McGee's checked in.
See, this is why JaVale McGee is out here. When he hustles like this, his coaches and teammates notice.
McCollum against Morris. Anthony left side. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Morris against McCollum. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And here's Denver. It's been 13 unanswered points for him. Morris against McCollum. Morris with the bucket. And it's a 7-point Nugget lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now here's Hollis Jefferson. Millsap covering. And here's McCollum. 6 points for him. Here's Giles. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
McCollum with the ball. It could go. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need to replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Giles. Hollis Jefferson is out there with McCollum. Then it's Anthony. And it's Little in at the small forward. Rivers finds Morris. To the paint. Here's Gordon. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Hollis Jefferson in the post. He's guarded by Rivers. Here's Little. Rebound by the Nuggets. McGee's got 5 rebounds tonight. Passes it to Gordon. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Gordon's got the lead up to 11 now for Denver.
The ability to hit mid-range shots makes Gordon that much more dangerous. Talk about versatility.
Anthony kicks to McCullough. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Morris dishes to Gordon. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
Jones, no luck. The Nuggets leading by 11. Rivers passes to Gordon. Lets it fly, and McGee kicks to Rivers. Outside Millsap. Back to Rivers. From deep three-point range, and Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Trailblazers trail by 11. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Oh, it's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
For 3, Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Kicks it out to Lillard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. One is on Ball.
What you love about Lillard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player. His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Barton against Jones. The kick out to Barton. Over Jones. Barton, no luck.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Lillard outside. Feeds it to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Well, this is what you want from Nurkic, a fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Now here's Murray. The pass to Bull. No good with the triple. Lillard dishes to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Oh, the experience helping Cantor there. He doesn't shy away from taking big time shots.
Barton passes to Jokic. Jones against Barton. Good D by Jones.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy.
Lobs it up for Cantor. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Jokic with it. Lillard picks him up. Huge. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. I have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. Back to Porter. 6 to shoot. He feeds it to Millsap. Nurkic with the steal. Cantor kicks to Jones. Porter with the steal. And now Millsap pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Appreciate the hustle from Millsap there. Leaking out well and getting to the right spot. And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Yeah, it's quite unlikely. But we've seen crazy things happen. Clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
surveying the D. Pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by Nurkic.
No time to waste on this possession.
Yeah, they got to get it to the plate fast and execute. It's your only hope.
Lillard misses. Murray against Lillard. Now Murray. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.